everyone. Welcome back to Just Listen to One. I really appreciate you guys keep coming back. And as you can tell from this podcast, I'm going to be talking about, is it possible to be sad with, I worded it really wrong, dyslexic, a little bit. So I'm going to be talking about, is it possible to be happy without being sad? There you go. Nailed it. And I really think it is totally possible to be happy without feeling sad, even a little bit. It really depends, in my opinion, on a lot of different kind of things, like if you're getting enough sleep, if you're eating healthy, and overall, like, taking care of yourself and living in a healthy environment, rather it's in your household and having a clean house or having good relationships with other people and so on. And that includes yourself and having a healthy relationship with yourself. I really do think it's possible to have a feel happy and be happy with no sadness or being sad. I really do think it's possible as long as you're good to yourself, if that makes any sense. I really think that there are ways to make that happen, and everyone's different, but I'm going to talk about like how to do that. And especially I know that during holidays it's extra difficult, or during certain dates and whatnot can be tough to be and feel happy without feeling any negative emotion or being sad. And if you think about a lot of things in a positive outcome, I think that can make a huge difference. As in, if there something negative happen, per se, everyone's definition or how bad or negative certain things is a little different, but I'm going to use some examples. So, for example, if you feel a certain way about, if something happened, like you broken a bone or fell down certain things or ice or during the winter, think about a positive outcome to it. And it could be a signal or a sign or a way that your body is telling you to slow down and start taking care of yourself. Because you could be worrying about certain things that it's not totally important. I'm not saying it isn't important, but whatever is going on, but just telling you to slow down and just hold on kind of thing could help you if you take things slow, but not like slow that you're not making progress, but like take a step back kind of thing, could help you to be a lot more happier if you don't rush yourself and feeling those negative emotions, if that makes any sense. Or, for example, another example, if you have a family member who had cancer, for example, and if they ended up passing away because of it, that whole situation, it can be very sad and depressing and a lot of not so good emotions that come to it, right? And since they passed away, think about the positive outcome. And how to do that is that they're not in pain anymore. They're not, going through what the sickness is going through. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, they're not in pain no more. They're not unhealthy because of it, And I think that, just think about the positive outcome then. Oh no, I'm not going to be, not going to make memories with them no more. I don't know what I will do without them, or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, as long as it's like making a pros and cons list, per se. I don't know if that's, like, the bad way to explain it, but make, like, think about, like, the pros and the cons, and concentrating on the pros than the cons. That's, like, the easiest way I can explain it when it comes to certain kind of things that, like, now, like, for example, if you were, I'm just trying to think of, like, if you're, if you're, like, a person who likes riding bikes and doing a lot of tricks on your bikes, and then you ended up breaking a bone, that's a con, and you can't do X, Y, and Z for X, well, think about the cons. I mean, not the cons. Now think about the pros. Like, now I can take a step back and actually do things that I wouldn't done if this didn't happen. Now I can challenge myself to do this or that. So if you're a righty and you broke your right hand, now it's a good way to think of, like, oh, now I can challenge myself writing with my left hand, or challenge yourself to do things with your other hand, and be thankful and happy that you have another hand that you can use, if that makes any sense. Look at the bright side. Now, there are going to be things that I would never imagine I'll be doing since something, this incident happened. I wouldn't be spending more time with family. I wouldn't like read a book if I, or take things more slower and having more you time and trying other things that you would never thought that would make you happy and not sad. If that makes any sense at all, I hope it does. You could also, like, there are some things that can help other people when if certain kind of things happen. If you think about the bright side and all the pros about X, Y, and Z, you could be helping other people to say, like, holy balls, if so-and-so can do this, I can do this too, and you're helping them to be happy by challenging themselves and distracting and keeping yourself busy with shutting off all the negative emotions and being more happy and productive and doing what's best for that individual person. If that makes any sense. I'm trying to make as sense as possible. But I really do believe that it is possible to be happy without feeling sad. If we're being completely honest, as long as you're doing things and being around people that makes you happy and whatnot. And if you feel like if you have goals in your life and succeeding and accomplish those things, then keep making new goals and accomplishing those things to make you happy. And for example, with myself, I want to, for this incoming year of 2023, I really want to take care of my body and eat right and take care of my skin and work out. And that's kind of like work category of taking care of my body. And then also I want to go to college to get my associate's degree and go to college for a couple years to get it. And that would make me very happy and very accomplished and proud of myself. So if I do that, I know I'll be happy without being sad, if that makes any sense. If you have a job that you enjoy for whatever reason it may be, that can make you happy, you know? If you are like an animal lover and having pets makes you happy and not sad, have a pet or two, you know? Just be around and have things that makes you happy. And hopefully that won't make you go backwards. So, I really do think it is possible to be happy and feeling great emotions without feeling or being sad or any other negative emotions that is out there. It's just how to do it, if that makes any sense. And if you're feeling like a negative emotion, maybe have one paper having all negative emotions, and each negative emotion that or feeling or thought, you could have another piece of paper and write all positive things. So, for example, if I say like one negative thing, I could write down saying like, I am ugly. Okay, that's one negative emotion or feeling or thought. So if I put that, then on the other piece of paper, write a positive thing that I love about myself, or a feeling or a thought. If that, you know what I mean, that could help you to think about both sides and help you to be much happier. And once you're done with the negative sheet, burn it or throw it away, because you just want the positive things and help you to be as happy as possible without being sad. And I think those are great things to help you feel happy in all positive feelings without feeling sad or any other negative emotion. If you kind of make those lists and small changes, I really do believe that it is 110% possible, as long as you're willing to put in some effort in some shape or form. So I hope you guys like this podcast. If you guys did, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and also leave a comment. And if this podcast episode today inspired you and has helped you in any shape or form, please share this to a family member or a friend or a coworker, or at least one person who you think would like this podcast. And I hope to see you next year in 2023.